second. Move a couple things around. Like that. There we go. Okay, now we're looking at magic first off. Because here I can kill, but I have to get them to like me first. So captivate would be 3. Or okay, let's show this. Yeah. So you do 24 points for 30 seconds. And you do 10 points. Okay. So we definitely want you to be number 3. Or number 7 as the case may be here. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, it's too bad I don't have enough. I would love to do that and send them after each other. But if that's the case and we do that at 3, then what if I make you number 7? That'll work. Alright. Let's feather on self. Okay, that's fine. We'll leave that as is. Now, Chill-Run does just frost damage. You do just fire. It's 20 or 13, but also make them weak. Yeah, I'm thinking we need to do that. Yeah, replace Thieves' Dagger with that. Okay, so number 6 can be Dagger of the Blaze. And number 4 is Blade of Fiery. Okay. Didn't click it, but sure. And number 5, well, you do 13 points of damage. Last night you were doing 15. Okay. Yeah, Blizzard Bow is my main one. Shadow Hunt's only 9. Damage health, damage magicka, weakness. So let's use the oven arrows. Okay, good enough. Leave it as is. Okay. Now then. Now go to deceivers. And we'll do boots. Alright. For now, that's fine. That's all fine. Okay. I hate how I look, but that's fine. Okay. That's fine. Leave it as is. Armor alteration. Well, I'm not trying to be sneaky here. I am tempted to do that. Snake illusion marksman blade. Yeah. No, leave it as is. But you know what? We can go ahead and store these. Okay. Now. There we go. Yeah, I'm not worried about you. 3, 4. Okay. 5, 6, 7. That's the dagger. Yes. Yep. Dagger the blaze. Okay.
You've got some nimble fingers. What have you been getting into?
Okay, you just make it sound creepy, girl. Damn. Okay. Go back here. Go to magic. Go to R. Oh, that's our soul tap. Major wounds will be number 1. Number 3, we'll put that as soul tap. Number 3. Number 7, we want to be seductive charm. Got it. Okay. Yeah. Now, if I'm pressing the right goddamn keys, this would be a lot better, wouldn't it? Let me put on the correct neck piece, right? Yeah, I'm not worried about that. I want personality. His personality is now 58. Endurance, willpower, and intelligence. Okay. Now we're going to Skingrad. Who done it? Me, with a flaming blade. In the library. Summit Mist, I keep calling it summer. I must go to Summit Mist Manor in Skingrad, meet with the other guests, and pretend I too have been invited by a mysterious, unknown host. I must then kill all the other guests. I should start my mission by speaking to the doorman, just outside the manor. Sure. Because he's gonna let me in.
So the last guest finally arrives. I'll tell you what I told all the others. You go in, I lock the door. You don't come out until it's over. Now I'll tell you what I didn't tell everyone else. We have the same mother, you and I. And she wants you to have this. It's the key to the house. I guess someone else has already told you the other details. Kill all the guests, then leave, right? Well, you better get in there. Time to mingle.
You think it'll be okay if I kill him?
Certainly.
Nah. Why is Clothar?
He turned up dead. I guess someone finally got tired of his crazy behavior.
Gee. Wonder who that could have been. And for those of you who don't know, it was actually me. Okay.
Go, socialize. Talk to those fine people, and then plunge your knife into their throats when they ain't looking.
Okay, that guy's just... They make it sound like everybody in the brother...
The sixth guest has finally arrived. Well, it's about time. Do you know how long we've been waiting? It seems like an age. Whoever invited us here must at least know us, don't you think? In any event, we're all stuck here together, so we might as well get acquainted. The rest of us have already traded introductions. I'm Matilda Petite. The others are Nels the Naughty, Neville, Dovisi Dran, and Primo Antonius. Now, who might you be? Please, tell us a little bit about yourself.
My baby is sick and we are so poor.
Oh, you poor dear. Well, this does make things difficult for me. I want to find the gold as much as anyone, but you need it so much more than I do.
She's gonna stab me in the back first chance she gets.
The little dark elf? She seems a nice enough girl, but to be perfectly honest, I've never trusted their kind.
So you're racist, because she's not an Argonian to be racist against.
That's right. It's a Breton name. I'll have you know the Petites are one of High Rock's oldest and most respected noble families.
Then why are you here?
The little dark elf? She seems a nice enough girl, but to be perfectly honest, I've never trusted their kind. He's a Nord. Mead-swilling barbarians. All of them.
Okay, yeah.
From what I gathered, he's a retired soldier. He's been all across the Empire fighting in various campaigns. Goodness, he's handsome. He's young, well-educated, and obviously full of himself. Not much different than any young nobleman, really.
Okay.
Yes? I have a
here
good
we all
idea
are.
where that chest might
Certainly
be.
is a nice house.
That gold is as good as mine.
So, Nord, if you find the gold, what will you spend it on? Wait, let me guess. A sleazy whore and a nice new battle axe, am I right?
I'm gonna open a tavern. Not that I'd welcome your patronage. No pigs allowed inside, you see. You Legion types tend to
So,
stink up a place.
Here we all are. It certainly is a nice house.
Oh, I should have known. Leave it to a bar.
Have you spoken to the other guests yet? I suggest you get to know everyone.
Where am I now after
I'm
that?
listening.
63.
We'll see. Oh, that's great! That's really too much. Thank you. What a fool you are. I doubt it.
Okay. So, you like to be admired, you like jokes, you hate coercion, you hate boasting.
Blow away, windbag. It's good of you to say so. That's really fun. I doubt it.
Okay.
I have a good
You can call
idea where
me a
that chest might
barbarian.
be.
It's
That
true,
gold is
and
as
I'm
good
proud
as
of the
mine.
fact. But you call me pathetic again, and I'm going to show you just how barbaric I am.
With every
I can't
word
quite
you
decide
speak, you're
where I
just
should
proving
look.
me right,
I
Nord.
don't want to break
Your
anything,
kind
but
has
just a
contributed
gold
nothing
could be
to our
hidden
empire,
anywhere.
and never will.
Hello, I'm Devisi. I'm very pleased to meet you. Now that you're here, we can really start looking for that chest of gold. What I mean to say is, before you arrived, we all just sort of glanced around a bit. Now that we're all officially here, we can look in earnest. Yes?
Okay, you're at 65.
What a thoughtful gift. I appreciate the gesture.
Okay.
Not much to tell about me, really. I'm from Morrowind originally, but my family moved to Valenwood a few years ago. Honestly, I don't think she likes me. It's because I'm a Dunmer. I heard her say something to Neville, and it wasn't very nice.
Then you should
Every
kill
now
her.
and then he looks over at me and smiles. I think he's sweet on me. If Nels finds the gold, maybe he'll want some company. I know he's a retired soldier, but not just a soldier. He was an officer in the Imperial Legion. I hate the Legion and everything it stands for. When those soldiers came to Morrowind, they persecuted my people and stole our lands. Neville may not be in the Legion anymore, but who knows what atrocities he committed.
It's pretty obvious that Primo comes from a wealthy family.
He would never be interested in a girl like me, I'm afraid.
He did?
Oh my goodness, what should I do? Should I talk to him? Or maybe play hard to get? Or should I, you know, or would that be too forward? Oh, you think so? I mean, it is rather forward, but I like it. All right then, I'll wait for him in his room upstairs. Oh, thank you, thank you. All right then. I guess I'd better start
kind,
looking.
as you like to call us,
It's not
are
going to
plenty
find
happy
himself.
serving our own needs, while your useless empire crumbles down around you.
Your words border on treason, Nord. I will not tolerate them. You will respect the Empire. You will respect the memory of our dear Emperor.
Bah! Don't get your linens.
So, you finally showed up. It's about time. People of my station are not accustomed to waiting. Certainly. Thank you. How every little bit helps.
Okay, that's as far as I'm willing to take it with him.
Can I be honest with you, my friend? I find Dovisi captivating. She possesses a beauty beyond compare. Maybe you could do me a favor. If you speak with her, put in a good word for me, would you?
Shit.
I would be forever in your debt. Apparently, the poor old woman thinks she is from a well-to-do family. Truth is, I have servants with more nobility in their blood than her. Nels is a drunk. He doesn't even try to hide the fact. But what else is he? When the liquor has dried, what remains of the man? I think Nels drinks to forget. Maybe about some tragedy in his life. He plays the buffoon, but I sense a deep sadness in him. I know he's a retired Imperial Legion officer. Apparently, he's been in campaigns all across the Empire, from Skyrim to Morrowind. I also get the sense that he's very eager to find the gold. I can't imagine his life of servitude to the Empire left him with much to retire on. It's a regal name from a rather regal family. Indeed, my father owns more property than the East Empire Company.
I'm gonna enjoy killing
Then
you.
a bunch.
then.
You have no
I guess
authority
I'd
in
better
this
start
house.
looking.
Nevertheless,
The gold's not
I
going to
still
find
serve
itself.
the Empire in my heart, and will not abide such talk. Walk away from me now, barbarian, or you'll regret your arrogance.
I was done with you anyway. I can only talk to an ex-Legion pig for so long before my ears start bleeding. Besides, I need a drink. I can't quite... Well, hello there. Nels is my name. Some call me naughty, but don't you believe it. Let me confide something in you, my friend. Dovisi is the spitting image of my own daughter. Her skin is darker, of course, but that sweet face. My daughter was killed, you see, a few years back by bandits. I'm sorry. Please forgive a father's heavy heart. You should have seen the old biddy trying to talk to young Primo Antonius. She may be a noble, but he looked down on her like a scullery maid. Ah, don't let the name fool you. I had a bit too much mead a few years back, and there was this tavern wench. Anyway, just call me Nels. I will confide something in you, my friend. I despise Neville and all his Imperial Legion ilk. They are useless, uncaring tools of corruption. 3 years ago, my village in Skyrim was attacked by bandits. We went to the nearby Imperial Legion outpost, but they refused to help us. My dear, sweet daughter, Olga, was killed that day. She was murdered, and the Legion would do nothing to help her. Neville and his kind are scum.
So you're saying you took an arrow to the knee?
Primo is young and rich. I can sense a good, decent person in there somewhere. He just has to get his priorities straight.
He won't make it through the day. Don't
Certainly.
worry about that.
All right, then. I guess I better start looking. That gold's not going to find itself.
Oh, son of a bitch. I didn't like just send him to the... I guess maybe I did.
So, here we all are. It certainly is a nice house.
I can't.
So what's his name came up here. So let's hit the one to the left. Ah, there's the Legionnaire. Ah, never mind. Nothing good on that one. And we are full up on mana. Let's talk. Neville, why are you
Well,
sleeping?
that chest of gold is supposed to be in here somewhere. Though why someone would invite us all here just to give it away is quite the mystery.
Where do
I'm
we
listening.
stand? Not very.
We understand each other perfect. What a thoughtful gift. For me? See? Was that hard? Devizi is a dark elf. They call themselves Dunmer. When I was young, I spent some time stationed on Fort Moonmoth, on their homeland of Morrowind. I have great respect for the Dunmer people. They are strong and noble and generally understand the importance of law and discipline. Unfortunately, Devizi doesn't seem to like me very much, but I don't blame her. The young ones tend to have problems with authority figures. If I may be honest, I feel a bit sorry for the old woman. She comes from a noble family, I'm sure, but seems a lot less well off than she should be. Know what I think? I think that barbarian will do anything to get his hands on the chest of gold. His kind are greedy and vicious, all of them. Trust me, I know. I was stationed at Fort Frostmoth for a few years on the Isle of Solstheim. Those Nords are a bunch of animal-worshipping savages. They're all the same, full of meat and something to prove. We lost a lot of good men up there. A lot of good men. I'm a Red Guard, though I've never actually been to Hammerfell. I was born here in Cyrodiil. My family has been in the Legion for 3 generations. I'll confess that I have no idea why Primo is here. The kid's got more wealth than the rest of us combined. He sure doesn't need a chest of gold. Maybe he's incredibly greedy, but I don't think so. My guess is that Primo is so bored he simply has nothing better to do.
Okay.
Oh yes, maybe we'll speak again later.
Ooh, sweet. Yes, please.
Are you all right? This murder has us all on edge, I know.
What murder?
I can't believe it's true. One of us is dead. And everyone else is convinced it was no accident.
Okay, hold on.
I'm listening. I'll take that, and thank you. I'll take that, and
Okay,
thank you
now
very...
talk to
I don't
me.
trust that old hag. She pretends she likes you and then stabs you in the back. Who knows? Maybe she'll really stab you in the back. Do you think he could have done it? He comes across as something of a drunk, but you never can tell what someone is capable of. All right, so I didn't like Neville. But the man was a trained soldier. He knew how to handle himself. Who could possibly have killed him? I rather like Primo. He's not like the other boys I've known. He has class. He could never have killed anyone. You'd be smart to stay with the rest of the group. It's just not safe to go wandering off alone with a killer on the loose.
That is true. Damn it. It's 2 down.
It's not safe to be alone. I certainly don't want to be the third victim. My goodness, 2 of us are now dead. What's going on in this place?
How do you guys know they're dead?
All right.
You know, it'd be better if I get my goddamn gold back. Shit.
Oh, that's great. That's really too much. I doubt it. What a fool you are. I like you too. Excellent. How nice. I see.
Okay, let's talk.
One less dark elf in the world, and now there's one less person to find the gold as well. It's a good day, don't you think?
Oh, very much so.
That's right. It's a Breton name. 2 people dead, yet Nels still lives. I don't think that's a coincidence. Nords are savages, born to kill. I just know he did it.
Okay, so we'll blame it
Why
on
would
Nels.
one of us kill Neville? What if they try to get the rest of us? You'll protect me, won't you?
Why the fuck
If I
would
may
do that?
confide in you, dear friend, I'm very worried about the poor boy. The trauma of murders. It could scar him for life. He deserves better.
Yeah, I'm totally gonna protect her. right about the time I put... Oh, here we go.
Don't go far.
Dagger into
It's
her
too
back.
dangerous to go wandering around this house.
Okay. So I need to convince one of these two idiots.
2 of us have been murdered. 1 of us is a killer.
Maybe
2.
it's you. Hey, keep going. Keep going. No, 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 no. No. Up, not down. Damn it.
It's not safe to be alone. I certainly don't want to be the 3rd victim.
Have a seat, dude. Have a seat. Have a seat. Damn.
2 of us have been murdered. 1 of us is a killer. A fool.
2 of our dear friend, have you heard? 2 of the guests now lie dead. If I find out who did it, I may have to take matters into my own hands.
You know what? They're leaving the barbarian completely
my friend,
open.
I am truly worried. Neville was a strong and capable man, a soldier of 20 years. The rest of us will be easy prey for the killer now. To be honest, I'm not sure if I trust him. He's a hard drinker, but there's something more. Something in his eyes, hard and calculating. The more people that drop dead, the more annoying Matilda becomes. She keeps watching over me like some kind of worried grandmother. If the killer strikes again, maybe they'll do me a favor and take her out next. Who? Who among us is vile enough to take the life of such a beautiful, precious creature? If I find out who did this, they will pay with their life.
Sure they will.
Stay safe, if that's even possible.
Hey, why don't you go upstairs and talk to the barbarian? That way I can kill the petulant grandmother. Nope, so those 2 are going to stay down there.
I haven't seen death like this in a long, long time. It's a bit more than my nerves can handle, I'm afraid. I plan to gather up every drop of drink in this house and keep it to myself. If things get any worse around here, I find comfort there, you see. No, no. When I looked into Devisi's face, it was like peering at my own daughter. I feel like I've lost her all over again. I'll be honest, friend. I don't know what to think about Matilda. Yeah, she seems frightened, but she's also still alive. Why wasn't she killed? She may look old and weak, but that's never stopped a murderer before, has it? Don't doubt for a second that she couldn't be the killer.
I really want to set him up against Primo.
You want to know how I really feel about Neville's death? I'm afraid. I may hate the Imperial Legion, but its members are trained warriors. Neville was probably the most capable fighter among us, yet he was cut down silently, just a few rooms away. I fear one of us is not who they appear. This isn't the work of some greedy houseguest. There's an assassin among us. You mark my words. We must watch ourselves at every step. Let me ask you something, friend. Why is Primo even here? The rest of us need the money, but his family is wealthy beyond measure. Maybe he was bored, or maybe he just wanted to do some slumming. Or maybe he's a trained assassin hired to kill us all, one by one. Sound crazy? Well, these are crazy times, my friend. Don't go far. It's too dangerous to go wandering around this house.
It would be so much better if there was a basement in this house.
2 of us have been murdered. 1 of us is a killer. But who?
Well, let's go talk to her again
My
and see.
goodness, 2 of us are now dead. What's going on in this place? Yes, the poor girl is dead. What a shame. Well, I guess she won't be finding the gold, Well, the list of suspects is certainly getting smaller. I didn't think the swine had it in him. but now I'm not so sure. I can't believe he's dead. Such a strong, handsome man.
No, I think she might be the
The
killer.
poor lad is handling all of this better than I expected. It's a testament to his noble bearing, I'm sure.
I think she's totally the
Don't
killer.
go far. It's too dangerous
I may just
to
have
go
to.
wandering around this house.
Did that say human skin? Oh, huntsman. I was like, who in the hell is putting human skin? We'll take that. Moccasins in the chest. Ah, there is a basement. Oh yeah, garlic is good. I've already done the vampirism cure. I will say I cannot believe how many people thought vampirism was going to be easy in this game, like Skyrim. And then how many people died porting and running right into Sunstorm. Nah, we'll take them both. I'm hoping now that I'm down here somebody is going to follow me down to make it easier to kill them all. I think I get the Nord down here. Okay, he's there, she's there.
It's not safe to be alone. I certainly don't want to be the third victim.
I guess maybe the Nord's gonna be the next one to die. He's the only one that wants to be alone. But if that's the case, you would think, and I know the AI is not great in this game, but you would think those two would definitely know then who the killer is, because they're both staring at each other. Okay, I've already been through those. That goes down. Is her body still here? Yep. Did I look in there? Yeah. Already opened his chest. There was something decent in that one. Okay. You know what? See if they reset some. And no. Nope. Oh. He's there. Damn. Keep going, lady. Keep going.
So many people dead. I just don't know who to trust anymore. This house... 3 people. Murdered. I know I shouldn't go wandering off alone right now, but for the love of Ismir, I need a drink. I need to find some real spirits. I think I saw some mead down in the basement. I don't care if it's not safe. It's my nerves. I need to calm down. This is insane. We're being hunted down one by one. There must be a way out of this madhouse.
Go to the basement, dude.
This house is a death trap. We're being killed off one by one.
Do you think?
Oh, oh, I'm sorry. My nerves. I just want to get out of here. 3 people have been murdered. I'm so very frightened. This is insane. We're being hunted down one by one. There must be a way out of this madhouse.
Let's go kill the Nord.
This house is a death trap. We're being killed off one by one.
Come on, they're stuck right down here, dude. Come on. Don't just stand there.
Please, not now. I just want to be by myself for a bit.
No. No, 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 no. You can't go that way. Not what I wanted to do, but hey, it works. And now she's the last one left, and she's gonna freak out.
You and I are the only ones left. But we're not alone in this house. That killer is in here with us, hiding. But where?
Seriously. Unbelievable. Okay, and we want to go all the way back over here.
How are you?
So good to see you.
Okay.
Is there anything you need?
Nope. Except to put my gear back on. Do I want Cruelty's Heart? No. Okay. That works. Now the question is she in her rooms? Nope. Which means she's probably in the training. Nah, I don't want to talk to him.
Get away from me.
That cat's gonna be my first kill.
Well done. Not only did you kill the 5 guests, you acted as an agent of terror and grief. You have earned your reward and bonus, assassin. I lay upon you now the Night Mother's blessing. May she walk with you always and guide your hand as you act in accordance with the 5 tenets.
That wasn't bad. +2 and... Oh, right here. So it was the Night Mother's blessing. Ah, Night Mother's caress. No. I already had that. Hmm. Actually... Okay. Oh, yeah,
Greetings once more, assassin. When you're ready, I have a most important contract. One that has been sanctioned by the Black Hand itself.
Oh, we're getting there.
Do you recall the name Adamus Philida? The Imperial Legion best? It's time he joined Sithis in the Void. Think you're up to the task?
Yeah, it should be fun.
Adamus Philida has spent his entire career investigating the Dark Brotherhood, interrupting our contracts, killing our family members. We tried to eliminate Philida, of course, but failed on 3 separate occasions. He's a powerful man, and was surrounded by powerful associates. Now the Legion Pig's years of service have come to an end. He has retired. Philida must not be allowed such a victory. His destiny is darker. Philida now resides in Leowin, in the City Watch Barracks, an honored guest of the soldiers there. He is in fact more vulnerable than ever.
Okay, so what are...
The Black Hand has sanctioned the Rose of Sithis. It is a magic arrow, specifically enchanted to kill its target, in this case, Philida. As long as the arrow hits Philida, he will die, but it cannot pierce armor. Shoot while Philida is armored, and the rose will be wasted. Travel to Leowin, track Philida, learn his schedule. Observe when he removes that blasted Legion armor, and then let fly the Rose of Sithis. Kill Philida in any way, rose or not, and the contract is complete. But to receive a bonus, you must go beyond murder. You must send a message. Once Philida is dead, take the very finger from his corpse, the one that bears an Imperial Legion signet ring.
Right.
Deposit this finger in the desk of Philida's successor, in his office in the prison barracks, in the Imperial City. Do this, and the bonus is yours. Adamus Philida will find no rest in retirement. No. His soul will endure a kind of eternal suffering known only to those who have angered Sithis.
Nice. Okay.
Go now, dear family member, and may the night...
Hello, brother. It's good to see you again. The Night Mother has been smiling upon you, I hope. The Rose of Sithis? Such an honor! Just make sure your marksmanship is up to the task. If you miss the target, the enchantment will be wasted.
Mother
May
wrap
your
you in her
arrows
cold,
always
loving
strike
embrace.
true.
I know what you're thinking. Go, Gron. He's too big to be sneaky.
Okay, yeah. Know that one.
Don't get me wrong. That magic arrow sounds nice and all, but it seems to me like you don't even need to use it to get the bonus. As long as you cut off his finger and leave it in that desk, you'll get your bonus. Sounds to me like you can kill the Osad any way you'd like. So what if he's wearing armor? You think that Imperial Legion scrap can stop a well-forged claymore? Not bloody likely. Happy hunting, my brother.
Oh, little pain
Yes,
girl.
dearest brother? Is there something I can help you with? Oh, you're being sent to kill Philida? I hope the Rose of Sithis pierces his heart and sends his soul screaming into the void. Good luck, brother. I hope you don't get killed. I mean, well, you know.
Good day. The rose will only work if Philida is unarmored. So when would a soldier not wear his armor? I only take my armor off to sleep or swim. May you walk always in the shadow of Sithis, dear brother.
Well, so in his case it would be swim. Alright, where's the vamp?
Brother, if I may have a... You again?
No, you
I
can't
thought
have a
I'd made
word.
it clear. I am not looking for a... My cities I don't have all day. Hurry it up.
Wanted.
My cities I don't have all day. Hurry it up.
You
Away
have-
from me, house cat. Look at that fur. What?
A pleasure to speak with you.
Now see, he's got no hair again.
Philida may be retired, but he'll likely have a bodyguard. Probably a member of the Leowin City Watch. You may have to dispose of him as well.
That's easy.
The disgrace.
Spill some blood for me, dear brother.
Okay. That's everybody I need to chit-chat with.
So good to see you. Is there anything you need? Yes, dearest brother?
No.
Good luck, brother.
Okay. He's well down there. Okay. That said... Yeah, let's get this stuff sold. I think I'm gonna have to go to Anvil.
Your Daedra worship is becoming...
Isn't it uncanny how sometimes
The Altmen have powerful wizards. I could be in a dangerous situation.
Take care.
Do you believe
Be
any of that
seeing
talk
you.
about more Oblivion gates opening all over the place?
Without question.
Heard any news from the other provinces?
They say syndicates of wizards have led a boycott of Imperial...
The best defense, that's me, Morrow Rufus. Light armor, the very best. We'll see.
So you're at 46.
What a thoughtful...
I appreciate...
See? Was that... Thank you. How kind. Be seeing you. It's my pleasure. Please continue. Tell me more.
Okay, that's fine.
Hail, Lord Crusader.
Go backwards and...
Have a look around. You won't find better prices in all Tamriel. That seems a fair price. That's a fair deal.
Keep those, keep that.
You've made a good bit of... That's a good deal. You got a great... You drive a hard bargain.
Okay, and... Nope, not gonna sell any of that. Nothing here to sell. Oh, wait, I misspoke. Get rid of the wolf pelts.
You drive a hard bargain.
Okay. That done. That's the weapons I sold him.
Another satisfied customer.
More like you just have
Farewell.
nothing worth it for me to buy.
I'm Bernardo. I handle the heavy armor at the best defense. I'm also an advanced trainer in heavy armor, so I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, huh?
Make it quick. Oh, that's just the thing. What a thoughtful gift. How nice.
7.
See? Was that hard? Goodbye. It's my pleasure. Please continue.
At least 86.
Certainly.
87.
Have a look around. You won't find better prices in all Tamriel. Be seeing you.
No, I don't want to train in heavy armor. Slash and smash.
How goes it?
I don't know, you came up to me. The Nern root's behind her.
Hello again. You're more than welcome here. I have everything for the budding alchemist under one roof. Good luck with your field work for Sindarian.
Yeah, I forgot about
Thornir
that.
didn't turn out to be such a bad fellow after all. I'm glad he decided to join the society. Also, try my friend Ogier Georic, the main ingredient here in the district. Can I interest you in some of my wares?
Birthright, yeah. Fortify Magicka, Fortify Agility. It's not bad. It's Elven armor.
You too.
Hi.
No.
The feed bag isn't fancy, but it fills you up.
You'll always...
What?
Yes, I know all about you, dude.
Can I interest you in some of my wares?
That would be probably a no. Nope.
Enough talk.
Hello.
Irene Metric moves with such grace.
Actually, you know what? Leave here. Okay, so we know he's down south. This should be mostly...
Good evening.
Yep.
Please be generous, kind sir.
Here, have a fun.
Thank you, kind sir. He's a fairy tale. The Imperial Watch pretend... Of course, it's all just made up to give them an excuse to keep us down.
Sure it is.
Blessings of Julianos upon ye.
I think most everybody's probably going to be sleeping. I don't even know what time of night it is. Oh, never mind. It's only 9:30 for them.
Go ahead, please. You too.
No.
What?
Zikiti. Gajitas wares.
Take care. I'm Otamil, but I didn't do anything. Really, it wasn't me. No, really, it wasn't me. Never. When we are better friends, ask again. So,
What are we at? 34?
for me? I'll take that. How nice. It's just what every little bit helps.
Okay, now let's talk.
Okay, I'll tell you. It is so great. I sneak into people's houses, take things off their tables and shelves, and put them into barrels. Isn't that rich? They think that things are stolen, but no. They are right there. They just don't know.
Yeah, that sounds like something I would do.
Bye.
That totally sounds like something I would do, actually. Okay, those are rooms to sleep in. And that's the exit. Nope. Okay. So... Okay, so now I've got to go through... I've got him to search out. Probably should have gone and found him tonight and watched him, but... eh. Wasted opportunity. Wow. So athletics goes up by waiting.
What?
Now everything's already been
Can't
repaired,
go into
bro.
battle with broken... What can I interest you in?
Honestly, it doesn't look like a damn thing.
Good day.
Nah. Oh god, I've done that before. I will sometimes forget that I'm sitting and I'll go to click on something that'll just pick it up. It actually occurred to me. Oh god, what did I do? I went up and I was next to a guard and I was going to talk to him. And unfortunately, instead, I was like stuck. And for whatever reason, when I hit E to get off the bench, it actually went through and, yeah, attacked the guard. I pickpocketed the guard, didn't really attack him. I think I ran across half a Cyrodiil before I actually dropped the aggro. An actual role playthrough. Nice. Yeah, I thought that was a king for a second. The nice thing is, bounties tend to drop fairly quickly in this. Skyrim's not bad on it, and ESO. I think ESO is probably the longer one that takes forever for bounties to drop. Okay, now I've been in this guy's shop. Whoop. It's okay, I had a bug last night I was playing through. And I went to port from... God, I can't remember what city. Coral, I think. To the castle, to the keep. And it literally stuck me in the loading screen. And just kept sitting there and spinning. After like 5 minutes, I said, nope, that's enough.
Go ahead, please.
And it was just a complete nightmare
May I
trying
interest you in some of my fine wares?
to get out of it. That's what I'm glad I wasn't role-playing through. Because if I was, yeah, there'd be no way for me to... You know, that's not bad. Water breathing, speed, and athletics? But not really for 8K.
Take care.
What do you want?
I ended up having to go through... Force quit the game. Load it back up. That's true. And this one, they added so many new bugs to it.
Best prices?
By trying not
right
to put
here
bugs in.
at Gundala's Best Goods and Guarantees. Never an unhappy customer. Huge discounts to qualifying patrons.
And qualifying patrons.
Can I interest you in some of my wares?
I don't think he's going to have anything worth it. No, I have plenty of silver arrows. Yeah, no. I wonder if I should just summon a clan fear and have it go after the guard on this one. Yeah, I noticed some of the Unreal bugs are in here really bad. Overall, though, they've got most, for example, like the clipping box around the door, where you can see that white line. That bounding box needs to be fixed. But if they were to go through and fix that even by the couple of pixels that it's off, would probably break half of Imperial City on the other side of the map. My favorite is still, when I was going through, you know, maybe I should have gone through and actually grabbed that. The assassin that I killed that literally just like spun around for a while in the sewers on the very first time I was going through to play through. Well, that's something to come into. Right into the face of a horse. That must be him here. Yep. That's his bodyguard. So at least he's easy to spot. So it's still early in the morning. Okay. So we're just for giggles. Get rid of that, put this here. I am not going to pull that out unless I absolutely positively have to have it. Oh, a Nord. Yeah, trying to go through and play it as if you're actually the character. Ah.
Greetings, Khajiit.
No, come here.
Sir.
There we go.
Well, stranger, anyone ever tell you the story of Torval the pilot? The high elf who discovered the Niben? The patron saint of Leyawiin?
Mm-mm.
Have you seen the statue? It's in the southwest corner of the town. That's the high elf explorer, Torval the pilot. Back in the Merethic, he charted the sea lanes and explored the river Niben. Torval sailed all the way from Topu Bay up the Niben Valley.
Yeah,
He
the more you do
purchased
it,
the
the better
8
you're gonna get
islands,
at it.
the site of White Gold Tower and the Imperial City, from the Beast Folk natives for the secret of literacy. Pretty soon, the Beast Folk all knew how to read and write, which was handy since it made them better slaves for the aliens.
I'm not sure how that's funny that they can read and write makes them better slaves. But that's why the aliens aren't around anymore.
Bye.
So he's in there, but I don't want to go in until I see more people leave. Okay, so that was at 10, so an hour ago. Ooh, alright. Usually what I do is my first playthrough, I make the decisions that I normally would make until it comes to a Bethesda game. Then I can't go that route because I play way too much of a murder hobo with sneaky sneak. Oop, there's another red root. There's another one. Figure I'll pick those while I wait to see when he's gonna come out. Actually, discover this one real quick. Okay, come back over here. Crud. Actually. So if they want me to use the arrow, maybe he will come out and swim. And if that's the case, then I can go back to using the bow and the rose. Oh shit, something sees me. There we go. So that's 12. Take it to 1. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm actually, like I was saying the other day, I would love to see them do it with Fallout.
What is it, Sid?
Not here! Not in public! We must never speak to each other.
Citizen?
Oh. Okay. I did not recognize her not in her gear. All I saw was a bow and I was like, gee, I wonder if she can train me. And then, of course, the question is, why the hell is she here? And they're there.
Hi there. It's just odd. I've heard he leaves meat in his backyard to attract them. See you. Take care.
Okay. So, why the heck is he lighting a torch at 3 in the afternoon and he's in the water like he's gonna go swim? That's not a bad idea. New save. Main menu. Continue. You're right. Cleared it right out.
How are you? Not bad. They say a whole... Won't you settle this peacefully?
You know what? Just take it off.
Stay away!
Uh-oh.
You're pathetic!
Eh. That guy's gonna get in my way.
Someone's being attacked!
Countess's bodyguard. Oh, that's right. I forgot the Countess is here. Oops, not what I meant to do. Actually, since I'm at it, I don't want to actually kill. Wait, if I do this and I use the blizzard bow, then I won't have to worry about it. Yo, dude! Okay, I do not want to kill an Imperial Legion soldier. That's what I get for trying to help. And I bet you the Imperial soldier comes in here.
Take that! Die, damn you! The part where you fall down and bleed to death!
Okay.
Well, look who we've got here.
You dare oppose the might of the Imperial Legion?
He was here a second ago.
Well, let him keep going.
If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you'll get.
That is the most weirdly angled leg. Yeah, I go and take out the Daedra, and of course he just comes running at me. Oh well. I'll have to come back to that cave. Okay, run, and that should have lost most of the aggro on the Imperial soldiers. Let me find the shrine right here real quick. Okay, now. The question is, did I lose the aggro? Yeah, Some of these angles of these corpses when they die just make me laugh. Okay, so that's the Imperial City. Let's go see if I'm gonna have to, like, sit and wait. Yeah, I don't really feel like going to the prison sewers. Okay, moment of truth. If it were guarded, that might be decent. All right, there we go. That makes it easy. I'm glad they put that tip there. I keep forgetting I can actually just block and interact with them, and it usually drops it.
War veteran.
Hi there.
Okay. Question is, I'm way over there, and I just want to go back. It's the Imperial Prison. Why in the bloody hell are you all trying to put me back out? I may have to read the quest.
You have my...
No, I don't have your ear, but I have Adama's finger. And see, we go right back. Just... Okay. Yeah, I miss when it was just faction based. I think that's how Skyrim is.
You have my ear, citizen.
I don't want your ear, jailer. I'm gonna have to go through and read the quest text. Okay. His office is in the prison barracks. Yep, so that would do it. Whoop, nope. I just went to the bastion, not the prison. Except that I think...
What is it, citizen? Stop right there, criminal scum.
Say what?
Nobody breaks the law on my watch. I'm confiscating your stolen goods. Now pay your fine or it's off to jail.
I don't want you guys to take my stuff. Yeah, this is just ridiculous.
Then
So we're
pay
gonna
with your
arrest...
blood. I'm just warming up, you pathetic worm!
I'm just warming up, you pathetic...
It's all over, lawbreaker. Your spree is at an end. I'll take any stolen goods you have. The next move is yours. Pay your fine, or I haul you away. That's too bad. I was hoping you'd resist arrest. Okay, here's the procedure. We go to the car.
Yeah, I know. Go to the castle, pay your fine, blah, blah, blah. And puts me probably right back to where I was. Yep. Now the question is, do I still have this goddamn finger? Yep.
What is it, citizen?
Yeah. It's, What? She'll do it again. Be just my luck.
What is it, sir?
Oh, now it's sir.
Go ahead. Certainly. I'll unlock the door for you. Of course, I have to stay with you in there.
Yeah. No, I want this one.
Is there a problem, citizen?
Nope, not
We'll
at
see.
all.
What a thoughtful gift. Well, isn't that for me? Thanks. For me. Thanks. That'll get you something. Thank you. For me. Thanks. Certainly. I'll unlock the door for you. Of course, I have to stay with you in there.
Yep, there we go. Well, this seems like a very, familiar place. Well, at least they cleaned the body out. I wonder. So he's in the barracks. Make sure I'm on the right quest. Yeah. No, I am pretty sure it's right here. Yeah, there's a couple of the known bugs. There's a reason why my security is set to level 100. First chest outside of there, first thing I did was go through and hit it. Okay, there's the Legion offices. Not what I want. That's the armory. Maybe it is. Ah. I knew it had to be something. Yeah. When you go through and you actually... Oop, I should be sneaking here. You just go to one of these things that's already up, and then you just keep hitting the spacebar. Takes about maybe 10 minutes and levels you really, really quick. Oops, not what I meant to do. Search. Put his finger in there. And of course, now they're never going to figure out the finger's actually in there. But I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and they mentioned that about the chests. I was like, no, they got rid of that. They had to have gotten rid of that.
What's done is done.
Nope. It's still there. Okay. And come into here. Nope.
So good to see you. Is there anything you need?
She's probably in the training. Oh, nope, she isn't here.
Adamas Philida is dead. I could feel my heart swell with the Night Mother's love the moment that Imperial pig issued his last breath. You have done a great service to the Dark Brotherhood today, Assassin. Your reward is well earned. You also managed to leave Philida's severed finger as a warning to his successor. Well done. Your bonus,
I missed the duplication.
500 additional gold coins, is well earned. Go now, get some rest. Sithis knows you've earned it. When you're ready for another contract, you need only ask.
I mean, I get why they take it out. That way you're actually going through and making them individually, but... Oh. Never mind. You can't make scrolls in this one. I keep mixing this one up with, ESO. Okay, Secret and Shadow. It's the one where she sends me to talk to LeChamp.
Assassin, I must speak with you. It is quite urgent. A sealed letter just arrived from a Dark Brotherhood courier. I recognize this type of parcel. It contains sealed orders. It's addressed to you from Lucien Lachance. You must open these sealed orders immediately and follow their instructions to the letter. It would seem the Black Hand itself has a task for you.
This is the one I was trying to get to. Let me get away from her. Okay, inventory. I love that you still get to keep the rows. Order solution, there we go. The ruins of Fort Farragut. Okay. Before we do that, let's get out of here. Then go sell.
Excuse me, brother. Can you spare a moment?
Of course.
I
What
thought
is
she
it?
was talking to
So
me.
is it true about your
I
latest
am
contract?
honored by your
The girl's
presence.
nanny.
Okay. And why not?
I'm only asking for
Hi.
a single coin.
Okay.
Hello, my friend. It is good to see you again.
I will admit I never played it on any of the consoles. I've always been PC for these games.
Have a look at my wares. I'm sure there's something to suit you.
But I do remember actually coming in and playing this one way back when. That was a long time ago, though. Okay, you can have the claymore, the glass dagger. Should be quite a bit of armor to get rid of.
That seems a fair price. A fine transaction. That's a fair deal. You've made a good bit of gold.
Yeah, I know that stuff. And I don't think I picked up any goblets or anything. Then again, I might have. Nope. Okay.
Come back and see me again.
The King and Queen Tavern isn't a bad place to stay if you're visiting the city. Please, return soon. It's always a pleasure to see you.
Okay.
How do you do?
I'm not sure I can trust you. Why don't you just move along?
Hearing the guards say that.
What can I do for you?
What do you train?
Knowledge is power.
Armor. Oh, well, there we go.
Let's see what we've got here.
Repair all. Okay.
You too.
God, yeah. It's so every MMO I played, most of, well, pretty much anything that's fantasy that has housing, having the ability to play stuff, and I still think the best one to date on that was Rift. Rift used to go through and let you do that. where you could actually go through. You had the x-axis, the y-axis. You could play stuff X, Y, and Z. You could play stuff anywhere with it in decorating mode. And then other ones like EQ, no, it wasn't great, but it was more like just dump everything on the floor or click and place on a table or something. ESO wasn't bad. I think I have 2 or 3 in that one. But in this one, yeah. Unfortunately, drop and pray.
The children are starving.
I mean, even
Please
in
help.
Skyrim. Yeah, I was a founder too. Actually, back then, I used to go through and beta most of the stuff that was coming out. The only one I didn't beta, obviously, Ultima Online, which came out in, I want to say, 97, 98. And I didn't beta EQ the first one. All the other ones I was in beta for. Including Blizzard's WoW, where they basically took everything from any game that made any sense. Rift, Guild Wars 1, Guild Wars 2, Horizon. There are so many of them out there. Kind of like WildStar. My ex and I actually used to play WildStar when it first came out. And then they shut the servers down. And now they're talking about doing a remaster and bringing it back as an MMO. Kind of what Final Fantasy did with 14. Where it came out, it bombed horribly. And then they took it off, updated it. Oh, nice. Yeah, my biggest problem with EQ is because that was the first major MMO that I played. My ex used to play Ultima Online, I got it for her. And getting her to get away from the computer back then was ridiculous. And then for EQ, gotcha, I went in, played that for a while. That's pretty much right before they released.
Is there a
Ruins of
tougher
Canark.
person to get a deal from than Palaneria?
She's certainly good.
Okay, I'm gonna get away from that guy talking. But going through right before Ruins of Canark, and then I joined the guild program. Was bumped up to basically senior. Yeah, the graphics right now in EQ are just, that's the hardest part. And I can get over it to an extent. But most of the quest lines are so broken in the early parts of the game. They just expect you're going to go through and take a boost. And even then, trying to follow quest lines are ridiculous. But when it's funny, our friends and I went back and started playing, and I'm surprised she's not. And oh, never mind. I know what she's doing because of what time it is. It's funny. We took our characters because we used to play EQ together, and went into some of the old dungeons, some of the old raids, and the fact that you can go through and basically solo most of the raids that were huge back then, even up into Planes of Power and so forth, because that's when we stopped playing. As Planes of Power came out, we played it for a while, and it got to where you needed, for current raid gear, or for a current raid, you needed the gear from that raid to be able to raid it. And crafting used to be the best. But then crafted gear became really, really horrid overall, and yeah. Yep, I wondered about the raw part. Yeah, I go through every now and then, and I still use uh, the names I used to use. I have it in this one, but the names I had back in EQ, because we ran the guild. I think that's the biggest thing right now with MMOs, is you go in, you look back at those days when you had a guild, and because it was so new, it wasn't toxic. That didn't really hugely start up until WoW went into place. Because WoW came out, I think, 6 months before EQ2 did. Um, but that camaraderie of having a big group of people to go and raid with, and my friends and I, we used to go through her and I, we had a smaller guild compared to some of the other ones, but we had so many alliances out there with all of the large guilds. And I think Celestial Navigators they're still around over there. No, EQ2 came out right after WoW. If I recall, I'd have to look at the wiki these days. Because WoW took a lot of stuff from the original EQ. Actually, all the games that were out at that point in time. RuneScape, was it Albion? God, there were so many back then. The 3 factions that people used to play. Anyway, so they went into all these different games and took all the best pieces and threw it in and said, oh, these are original. And it wasn't. They just took what worked. What killed EQ2 was the lag. They way overdid it. They could never get the servers optimized. And part of that was Smedley, who a lot of people still praise how great Smedley was. He was not. God, he was not. From being a senior GM, I can tell you right now, he was so not. He was such an ass. And I'm in Arizona. They were like the big place where most of their people were. Yeah. EQ2 didn't have as big a beta as WoW did. Because I remember going into the beta with WoW. And before they did the first chain of all of the gnomes, where people ended up killing. But at that point in EQ, you had people going into Planes of Knowledge, into POC, and dying and causing so many corpses that it just lagged everybody out. And because I used to GM pretty much early in the morning, all the petitions that I used to go into the queue and grab were ones of corpse art in POC was a big one. Then everybody used to save all the marriage ceremonies. Man, I had all of that stuff macroed down. But yeah, I can't tell you how many people I stuck in the dev box in EQ way back in the day for corpse art, where they would do it deliberately. You'd pop in, you'd have a conversation with them, and that end the Ixar monks feigning death with their train. So that used to be another big problem, especially in Paladal Caverns. You get all the lobies in there, and an Ixar would just run right up, pull all the camps, run right to the zone, not even give their little, we all had our messages for train to zone. And then they would feign death and drop them on all the lobies, and they thought it was just funny as hell. God, that brings back memories. That was one of those games to where myself and, because I was in what they called their SWAT team. So if GMs were needed in other servers, and as GMs we weren't part of that server, then what they would do is customer service, the queues would just start piling up, so they'd contact SWAT, and then we would transfer over, notate it in our logs for our report at the end of the shift, go over to these servers, But one of the guys who was in SWAT also was assigned.
Everybody needs a copy of the Black Horse Courier.
No, let's get away from the courier. Actually, let's just do this. We'll go to Frostcrack. We went through and did one of the GM quests for players to join in, and we envisaged ourselves, watched all these people go into SoulSec. Yeah, the aggro used to take you all the way to the zone line, but then it dropped after that, and then you could zone out and zone back in and hope to God that they weren't still there. But yeah, we went through and we went to Soul A. But anyway, Soulsec guy. Not wanted to leave the arena. Yeah. Yep. They used to give you gear. Same thing with the auction house where you had to get the auctioneer's bags. And they were so heavy that you used to leave your character online. Go in. Get to a stall where, get into place. Try and position yourself up front. And you already had the bags in your inventory. They were already extremely heavy. Then put all your stuff into them and just let yourself go AFK. Go to work, whatever, come back. But we did one of the GM quests with the dragon. And to do that, you had to go into the logs and basically notate everything you were doing. And I'm trying to remember the dragon's name. That's how tired I am after, let's see, 7 here. I've been at it since 4 a.m., so exhausted today. But we went through and literally watched this raid, mostly of Dark Elves, actually, at that point. And I left Neriak, got into Lava Storm, went into Soul. We let him get all the way down to the dragon, let him keep going, and they thought they had it. And they backed off as far as they could, and one guy was tanking, and of course, the dragon killed it. Killed him almost a one-shot at that point. We replaced the dragon, chased them to the zone line, and they were just like, you expected it, because raids would take you to the zone, just like all the rest of the aggro. What they didn't expect was they got to the zone line, we zoned in, and of course we had the ability to use the command to teleport directly to a spot. And so we made it to the zone line before they did. Sat outside, sat right outside the zone line, still in Soul. The raid party and everything came back. And because he was more senior than I was, he transformed himself into the raid boss, into the dragon. We chased them, freaked them out. We chased them completely out of Soul, all the way across Lava Storm, then zoned into Neriak, and went after him in Neriak. Chased him all the way to the zone line again. And by that point, they were sending out messages, and I think we had maybe, and we're talking 6 a.m., 7 a.m. Pacific time in the morning. I think we had about 300 people in that zone before we finally let them kill the dragon. But yeah, it was absolutely wild. We chased him all the way down. And of course, he's running as the dragon. I'm going through and picking mobs out of the zone. Transforming into the mob, they're hitting me, but they weren't paying any attention, that they weren't doing any real damage, because GMs were invulnerable based upon our gear. And God, we had so much fun that morning. I think we did that maybe for 2 hours before everybody finally was just like, we had so many people, the zone was lagging. We were suddenly being issued warnings like, hey, you keep doing that, you're going to crash the zone. From one of the other senior, it was the guide program, not Jim. One of the other senior guides was like, you guys have got to stop this. the CSRs are contacting us. It's just, you're going to crash the damn server if you keep it up. So we finally let them kill him as the dragon. And then he despawned and everybody was pissed. Because there was no loot. Yeah, so as a GM doing one of the jam events, you had to be careful because there were only certain items you were allowed to drop for people or to give to people. I cannot believe my cat is not covered in ice and snow. Though that actually looks pretty interesting. Because he's now frozen. But yeah, you had to be careful because again, you had to put all that stuff in your logs. And you could get into a lot of trouble for giving loot that was not listed in the documentation for that Pacific GM event. And there must have been, I don't know, at that point, I think 550 to 600 different jam events you could run. But you had to get permission to do it. And then again, everything was in your logs. And when you were done, you had to go through, pull the log, add all of it into your report, send that report in, log it into the server as well. I mean, it was just absolutely wild. But God, I miss those days. Two of the devs that I used to deal with all the time left Blizzard North and joined the Vanguard group, which was the mix of EQ devs and some people from Blizzard. Yeah, I miss the jam events too. With Final Fantasy XIV Realm Reborn, they did it for a little while and then stopped completely and decided they would just go ahead and continue doing the normal seasonal events that are now written into the code of the game. But the jam events, God, we used to have so much fun with those. And for some reason, we used to love picking on the Dark Elves in EQ. There's one where you're a group of halflings and you're under a bridge in Neriak Forest. And you're allowed to pop out, and you're not supposed to kill players unless they're engaged and involved in the GM event. And even then, you're not supposed to kill them. If they run away, great. Otherwise, you can get in trouble for it. But it was one of the quests that allowed us to kill them. So we pulled other people from the SWAT team in. I think we had 8 halflings hiding under that bridge. And we were advanced scouts. And popping out and killing Dark Elves as they ran across. Basically being invis so they couldn't see us. Not even rogue class. But we would just use the /invis command. And pop out. Kill the Dark Elf. And then run away from the bridge. The GM event, you're supposed to run to the bridge. We ran away from it, so they didn't know what was going on. Go behind a tree, have a macro for invis, hide yourself. They'd be looking all over for us. God, I miss those days. And there's just nothing left that even captures it anymore. That's the biggest problem. MMOs just don't do it. And again, most of it now is just so toxic, I guess is the best word for it. People have just, yeah. Everybody wants to PvP, and I have no problem with PvP. I enjoy PvPing. But, unfortunately, you get into a lot of these things, and, yeah. Divine Sin. Or, no, Divinity, not Divine Sin. Divinity, Original Sin, and then Original Sin 2. Those are probably some of the funner ones to get a group of people to go into. and then you hide the fact that you're undead. And you can't drink a heal potion because that does damage to you. You can go through and poison stuff so the players will pick it up and they'll be poisoned. And there's a lot of backstabbing going on, and it can be fun with the right people. I will definitely say that. I think I've only done that twice, 3 times with the right people. There are other ones where you just can't. Sliding around on my desk. My oboe is, which means one of the cats probably drooled or something at some point. I need to get it cleaned up. For PvP, the one that got me really into PvP, the only one that I can definitely say no matter when I PvP'd I had the most fun with, Warhammer Online. In WoW, all of the racial abilities and the odds are in favor of Horde instead of Allied. In EQ, most of the PvP just, you'd get into a PvP zone and the rogues would just go through and get you every time, especially if you were in Runny Eye. That seemed to be the place where they usually would hide and do it, was Runny Eye on us. Didn't really like it so much in EQ. Yeah, but Warhammer Online, the fact that you had the 2 separate factions, Chaos and Order, just it was one of those ones to where, and then of course World v World, had a lot of fun with that. That's when you could definitely roleplay in. Yep. Yeah, I need to go get some food and get the dog walked. That's what I need to go through and do. So I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. Because otherwise I will never eat. I will just keep playing this game and be on it for way too long. So, as it is, I've been doing this now for 2 hours and 15 minutes. So I should get him walked.